nice cruise down here in Florida, and I glanced over at the oil pressure gauge and it was kind of low. Well, we got the motor pulled out of Hondaru and we got the clutch pulled off, and there's definitely some stuff making contact where it shouldn't be inside of there.
You can see where it was rubbing against all this.
Yeah, you can see this first
Wallowed
disc.
out.
Yeah, kind of wallowed out the front of the flywheel right there. This little piece sticking out right there is kind of bouncing around sideways. What we're thinking happened is something with the input shaft is just obviously not lined up right. When we originally put this in, pretty sure we had the dowel pins for this, and we just took it all apart and we did not have any dowels lining anything up. And what dowel pins kind of do is make everything perfectly center where it needs to be. You can also see that this bushing right here, pilot bushing, is all beat up. So if the tranny shifted or something, I know they took, or I mean the engine shifted or something, because they took the car out, they went and did some rips in it, and the motor mounts weren't fully tightened down as well. So maybe something could have barely shifted over to where like the input shaft was riding the side of all this. And then if you look at the pressure plate and clutch discs, pull these guys out, you can see all of the clutch discs were actually grinding into the sides of like the pressure plate right there. These little lines were not there originally, and there's 3 of them, one for each disc, and you can see on the outside of the discs that they were rubbing on something.
Yeah. That's what was, I bet, was sparking when you were under there. It was probably just hitting that wall.
Yeah, that's probably what the noise was coming from and stuff.
Something is not lining up. So the steps we have to take is, obviously we gotta change out this pilot bushing. I called Clutch Masters, so they'll be sending a couple of those out, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the dowels back in. I'm not sure if we ran them or not, but
I know we had them at some point.
Regardless. So we're gonna put 2 of those in, and you know the input shaft on the transmission is brand new, so that can't be bent. So it's just something's not lining up.
Yeah, the only way it could happen is if the input shaft was not correctly positioned with this pilot bushing right here. That's the only way this could have happened.
It was just, you know, pushing everything out.
Or if the crank was slightly bent, but we think that's all good. Everything looked like it was spinning straight. So my guess is that the transmission barely shifted over and the input shaft was not perfectly lined up with this, and then all these discs were getting kind of shoved over to one side, since the disc is connected to the input shaft and this is to the flywheel. If these are all just barely off to one side, they're going to be riding the edges of this as it's coming around to whatever side. So I don't think this motion was really going on. I think it was more just like all this stuff was just barely shoved over one direction. So I mean, that's just my guess. Don't really know for sure, but it was not lined up right.
See what they think. See what you guys think.
If you guys have any other guesses, let us know. Don't try to get into a comment war about it, but
yeah. That always happens anyways. I mean, the motor's easy to take out, so it wasn't too hard. Everything comes out with it.
Yeah, so wasn't a big deal, but
not a big deal.
Got to get her figured out. So that's where Hondaru's at for right now. So right now we're getting ready to take the Radice for a quick little cruise. I just got done kind of making a makeshift shifter mount for this thing. I want to kind of clean it up and finalize it later on, but this is what we got going on for the shifter. So I just got these little mounts made that I bolted to the floor, and I made them out of some steel tubing. You can see that one kind of back there, and then this one going off the floor up to those front bolts. And I kind of put like a little back lean on the shifter because the cable is a little short, but I made everything work and I got it right where I want it. So with the kind of back lean on it, it kind of gets the knob a little closer to the driver, gets it a little bit farther away from the radio, and I think it came out really good. And you guys are going to be really proud of me because I put all of the bolts in the shifter. Everything is nice and tight, so we are ready to go. The only thing I want to do later on is take all this apart, and I would like to kind of round the corners off, get everything painted, and then I also want to add some bars connecting this piece to this piece right here, like on each side, weld some bars right here, because right now this is a separate piece from this one, so it's like a 2-piece thing I got going on, but I'd like to make it 1 piece. later on, but we're working with scraps right now because all of the metal supply stores are closed with everything going on. But we got the shifter mounted nice and tight, and we're gonna go try this thing out real quick. Everything else should be good.
Keys for, bro?
Oh, those keys, dude, I don't know where those belong, but they were underneath the carpet.
That's some COVID right there, bro.
Yeah, dude, those.
Look at this key.
Someone is missing their set of keys. That was.
Oh, this is a serious key, dog.
I know. I found these under the carpet. Like, look at that. These have been in here the whole time we've had the Odyssey.
Bro, that's sick. That's for like a treasure chest, dude.
Dude, maybe it unlocks the secret to getting third gear.
I don't know, bro. if so, man, you're in luck.
That's what we need right there. These keys hold some secrets.
Damn.
Is this one like a P.O. box key or something?
One on
some
you,
locker keys?
It's a
Damn.
It was like a janitor key set.
Well, if someone lost their keys and you know this was your old minivan, we got them. Hit us up.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. There was also this receipt back here. And this was from 1997. This was from a supermarket, and it says new video rental back before Netflix was a thing. And you actually had to go to the store and
10/9 of 97, bro.
yeah, this van would have only been 2 years old.
This was when you were
Yeah, I would have been 1 year old when that receipt was printed.
Manager Reggie Winston thanks you. Oh, look, they even got a contact number, bro. It's to contact him. Do you want?
There's a receipt from 97 in here.
Oh man,
New video rental.
you better take it back.
I wonder if they ever took the video back. It's a lot of money if
It's
not.
a lot of fine. Right,
There
charge
we-
the card.
Reggie Winston thanks you. You can contact
Thanks,
the
Reggie.
manager. I'm gonna call that number.
So we're just out cruising in the Odyssey right now. We're gonna take a trip over to our buddies at S1 Built. We're gonna see if they are at the shop today, just because we're kind of bored, and it'd be cool to go talk to them because they're all into the all-wheel drive stuff. So
Whoa, almost stalled
almost
it there,
stalled
buddy.
it. We need to get the gear indicator in here, but the shifter is working awesome. I also got the brake booster hooked up to vacuum, so the brakes work like stock now, and they feel really good. And we got the laptop hooked up just so we don't overheat it. But she's riding.
Forget how comfortable it is in here, bro.
Yeah.
Jared back there, gonna drop him off soccer practice. Do you remember where they're at?
Yeah, they're right down this road.
Oh, Jesus. That was a short trip.
Yeah, first time going down the streets in their Odyssey though. She's cruising.
What's good, fellas?
You taller than I expected.
How's it going, brother? Grinding.
We were just down the street, so we figured we'd come on by.
Yo, I saw it in the camera. I was like, that couldn't be.
That came. Oh, they watched us.
Oh, they saw us on the camera.
Rolled up.
How you guys doing?
How's
you guys
it going?
Still here?
Yeah, we're here. We're stuck.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Son,
Nice to meet you.
you guys back in town?
No, I said we were stuck.
Oh, stuff.
No, we're not. We're not stuck.
Yeah,
We're just still here.
We're not allowed to leave the border.
The Mexican border, right?
We brought you something to check out.
Yeah, what's up? What you guys got?
Yeah, come check this out, man.
Yo, someone was telling me about this. One of the guys that has, he was like, yeah, check them out. Did you guys use the factory? Everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's all factory.
That's what he was trying to like, metals are hard to get. I was like, well, let's just make something, you know? But
Yeah.
this is awesome, though.
Yeah, we need to figure out something for the rear diff because right now I think it's slipping a lot.
It's
So it's
slipping,
not-
okay. Which,
yeah.
oh, you know what you need to do?
We need to take that thing out and pin it.
Yep, that's it. We were trying to get someone to make us this pinning gear. If we could get someone to make us pinning gear, I think we're on to something about, you know, people spending $1,000 on diff. If whatever that's pinning gear plus what, $50, $60 for the diff, that's all.
Yeah, you
it
can get the
costs.
CRV ones cheap.
It's like $62 from the junkyard.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they want all
So-
kinds of money for the wagon ones.
Yeah, so this one comes in it. You got the pump, right? And this is the reason why it's slipping, because it's just like a clutch pack. Well, it is a clutch pack, but it has this. That's why it slips it when you start getting on a vicious coupler. It doesn't have this. It's all metal. Get the pin and pin it, and then just tack weld all of them. That means that was going to hold the clutch together. Okay, and then after that, you just weld, because it's like a big casing. Then weld that casing to this part here around it, and then you're done. Put it back on, and
Yeah, because I mean, if I do that and something were to break, it would probably be the diff, right?
But are you putting a vicious coupler?
Right now it's just carrier bearing.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
so
saying.
you're saying do that and
do
then
that,
add a
then
biscuit.
add a vicious coupler. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You need
okay.
to, because if you don't, you're gonna break more stuff. You seen the axle on those things?
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, you're gonna rip something apart with 500-600 horsepower. So
Ready to get out of here?
Yeah, let's go
Go cruiser around a little bit.
Got some
go hit the
daylight.
beach.
Yeah,
Just
hit
drive
the,
by it because it's all.
yeah, we can only drive by the
Yeah.
beaches because they're all
It's
closed.
Nice drive though, because no one's there.
Maybe we can just find a private little section, you know, make sure we're all spaced out apart. Enjoy the Florida weather a little bit.
But-
What you think of the minivan? You like her?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yep, she just needs a little more buttoning up for the rear end stuff. She was just explaining how that diff in the back's not going to be doing us too much help right now
It's gonna slip
until we pin it up and add a viscous coupler like the wagons have.
And if it does break, I want to see if
Where it broke.
what it broke, because if it works and all that, then we're gonna keep going what we
What you
plan.
got going on.
Yeah, what we got going on. Because I think also, if it breaks, you know, the shaft is that much longer. Because we're making the shaft this much shorter, so
It'd be strong.
It's less
maybe
leverage,
stronger.
too.
Exactly. So, and that's, let us know, seriously.
Yeah, we'll see.
Keep
But right now she's kind of like front wheel drive with a drive shaft.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's just it slips, so.
yeah.
Little support.
But it's fun though.
Yeah, it's still fun. We'll get it sorted and get the rear end hooking up, and then it's really going to be going. But yeah, thanks for showing us around and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
So be sure to go check out
Yeah.
S1 Built for sure.
Yep. We were planning to go visit you guys. Hey, you too. We were planning to go visit you guys. We're building a little something. Maybe we'll take it up there. So
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So
Check us out.
See you around,
you guys
man.
inspired, man.
All right, brother.
All right.
I think you went a little too far with this build, bro.
Nah, it's perfect.
Spent $500 on a minivan, and it's got like 20 grand in it.
Every minivan needs a sequential and a big turbo.
Like, who has a sequential all-wheel drive minivan, bro?
We do.
Did that minivan try you?
And this minivan
Pull up on that guy. Beep 3 times, bro.
I don't got a horn.
Beep, beep, beep.
We are cruising. Well, we were out cruising the minivan. She was doing awesome. I mean, we're like over half an hour away from the shop.
We crossed the whole bridge.
Straight going down the highway, taking a nice cruise down here in Florida, and I glanced over at the oil pressure gauge and it was kind of low. It wasn't scary low, but it was lower than usual and scared me enough to shut it off and coast off to the side. And it turns out we do have a pretty good oil leak going on from the T-fitting back here that goes to the oil pressure sensor, and then that also feeds the turbo. So really lucky we had the oil pressure sensor, or else I would have never noticed that. It just came loose. Hopefully we can tighten it and be on our way. But yeah, hopefully it did not hurt anything. I think we caught it good enough, but I'm definitely gonna give it an oil change once we make it. I mean, we have to even see if we make it back at this point.
We have oil here.
Yeah, we have a whole thing of oil in the back ready for an oil change.
You just left it in there.
Yeah, that was kind of sketch.
We just gotta tighten it up. Just looks
Yeah,
like
we
it
just got lucky there.
just came loose.
Yeah, the back fitting just came loose right there to the turbo. So everything has oil though, so if it's leaking oil, that means there's still oil flowing everywhere. And then I checked the dipstick and it's just low on there, but it's not completely out. So we caught it early. So hopefully all is good. That was sketchy, dude. That scared me right away. I shut it off. I was like, I ain't chancing it.
Nah, yeah, you just cruise right on. But yeah, we just need to tighten it.
Yeah,
add it.
and we have tools in there, so we should be
We'll just
good.
see how much oil it needed.
Yeah.
We're about to find out. But is it?
We're good.
It's good?
It's back up.
Yeah.
I think she's all right, honestly.
Sounds fine.
Yeah, I've been watching the oil pressure gauge. This is the first drive, so I've been watching it almost every minute. I probably look at that gauge, so that leak just started. But she was definitely the quarts low of oil,
Yeah.
so it pumps it out. But once there's a leak, it pumps it out fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right back
And
up.
it's hot
so,
too, and it's
I mean, we have a half-hour drive back. As long as we don't hear any, if I hear the slightest to slight noise, we gotta shut it down. But man, we could have got lucky right there. We double-checked all those. I don't know how they came loose. I hate those T-fittings on the back of the block.
so much weight on it. It's like
Yeah.
Gotta go left.
Oil pressure's back up now. Back up to 60 psi. Just cruising. So.
See what the oil looks like. We'll change it when we get back.
Yep. As long as we can make it back, I'll be very happy.
We got the Odyssey off the side of the road and the oil pressure came back up great. We made it to a nearby gas station just to top off with E85, and now we will start our trek back to the shop. We're definitely pretty far away, but I think everything is okay. We definitely caught it super early. So as long as she makes it back good, I'm calling it good. So let's hopefully not break down on the way back.
Got some snacks for the road.
Some road trip food in the minivan. We should be good. Her oil pressure came right back up after we added it and fixed that fitting, so we're rocking. Back to 20 psi at idle. We are good on oil pressure. That's why it's important to have an oil pressure gauge, boys. We have broken so many motors because we did not know the oil pressure.
I think she's good.
Yeah, I think so.
She made it back. Oil pressure's great. She sounds healthy. We did not blow it up, thankfully.
That VTEC pops loud.
Yeah, that VTEC is a loud one.
Well, the Odyssey made it back with no issues. Everything seems all good. That was definitely a close call, but luckily we had the oil with us and we caught it really early, and we had some tools to tighten everything up. And I think I'm going to be getting rid of what we have going on back here, because I basically just have a fitting coming off the back of the block, and then I have a T to a sensor, and then also to the turbo for the feed. And I do not like doing that because the weight of the sensor can vibrate and like break stuff over time. It's what happened to Hondu a long time ago when I had to save him on the side of the road. So I'm probably gonna switch to an oil sandwich plate so that the oil feed is the only thing coming off the back of that, and then the sensor can go off of the sandwich plate, so it's not putting a whole bunch of stress over there. Because yeah, that was scary. I do not want to risk all of this just over a bad sensor placement setup. So we caught it though, she's good. And then we also got the pilot bushing on the way for Hondu,
Yeah,
and we found dowels.
So it should be here by tomorrow. They overnighted it, so.
And talked to our guy from Clutch Masters, and sounded like the dowels are definitely probably what did
he
it.
was convinced that it was that too, so.
Yeah, the dowels are pretty
see.
important, but we were trying to get it together fast to come out here, so definitely forgot to put those in, but at least the clutch and stuff didn't get too damaged.
Yeah, I think the clutch is fine.
So yeah, I think we get that bushing in, get the dowels in, and put it all back together, and Hondu will be up and going once again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Our Odyssey did not blow up today, thankfully, and we'll see you guys later.